Call this meeting to order. Everyone stand for pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call of members.
Gary Raw.
Yes.
Anthony Grass. Shauna Zerwig. Justin Donovan.
Yes.
Gary Smith.
Yes.
Kathleen Waltz.
Yes.
Jeff Eidman.
Yes.
Alderman Joe Prince.
Yes.
We have approval of the agenda. On the agenda, we have a request for special use permit to allow guest lodging at 204 St. Mary's Road in an R2 general residential zone district. And a request for a special use permit to allow guest lodging at 747 North Main Street in an R1 single family residential zone district.
If there are no changes or amendments to the agenda, I make a motion we approve.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the minutes from May 4th, 2015.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Introduction of evidence.
I have for introduction to evidence the municipal code of the city of St. Genevieve, which includes the most recent amendments to the zoning code concerning guest lodging. And the staff, I'm sorry, and the two staff reports that's been provided to you.
You approve that?
Yes, you have to accept it.
Motion for approval.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Citizen input, I take it everyone is here for the agenda items. Okay. We'll go right into it. A request for special use permit to allow guest lodging at 204 St. Mary's Road in an R2 general residential zone district.
If you want to come up, Jan. This project is one that we anticipated when we made the changes to the zoning code. It is in an R2 district, and there are a number of conditions that I have drafted that sort of make sense in terms of zoning and health and safety here. I did want to make one amendment. In an R2, signage is permitted, but it would be permitted within the confines of the zoning ordinance, which says that a nameplate not exceeding 5 square feet in area attached to the wall at the entrance to be lighted with only indirect intermittent light is permitted. The new ordinance on R2.
Oh, that's not.
Yes,
paperwork.
right. So we
Okay.
would eliminate condition number 10. And as a matter of course, they would be allowed to do the signage consistent with the R2 zoning. But everything else there is proposed by staff. And if there's anything else, but why don't we let Mr. Franz tell us more about his project? Jan?
It's basically 1.5 story, 1,500 square foot, 1929 Craftsman house. We've spent the last several months working on primarily the interior because the house stood empty for quite a long time, and that's never good. But it's in good shape, and it's in such good shape that we think it's presentable to the caliber of guests that we normally entertain at the Inn St. Jean Beauvais.
Nothing. We didn't receive anything from surrounding property owners, and both the fire chief and police chief signed off as having no impact.
Questions or comments from the board?
It's a good idea.
Thank you.
How long till you're up and running?
That's what I was going to.
Oh, the Board of Aldermen meets Thursday.
You ready to go though?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
And all
I
of
mean,
your,
we still have some work to do to build the website and that sort of thing, but the house is pretty much ready to go.
You've completed the building permits, correct?
Yes.
Okay, do you have your occupancy
Yes,
permit?
we do.
Okay,
We do.
so that condition's already been met.
Yes.
Do we have a condition on review of this?
Yes,
2 years,
what's
did I
in
read?
here is renewed every 2 years, and then I have also in there that this commission via staff will inspect the property and prepare a written report to the Board of Aldermen, making sure that all of the conditions are being met on a yearly basis. We could also make that for 2 years if you'd like, but since this is a new item, I put in yearly. So it's up to you all, how you want, what conditions you would like to
I
place.
think you released it.
I'll make a motion to approve with the deletion of number 10 as recommended by the staff report.
I'll second that motion.
Got a motion and a second.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm
I
not
was
used
waiting
to
for you to
you.
get done right.
I'm sorry. Gary Roth,
Yes.
Justin Donovan,
Yes.
Gary Smith,
Yes.
Kathleen Waltz,
Yes.
Jeff Eidman.
Yes.
Alderman Joe Prince.
Yes.
6 in favor, 0 against, 2
Good
absent.
luck.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
luck.
Thank you all very much.
Good luck,
If you
Ken.
thought that one was easy, the next one should be even easier.
Request for a special use permit to allow guest lodging at 747 North Main Street in an R1 single family residential zone district.
This is essentially the same thing, but it is in an R1. This will be the first time that we have allowed something like this in an R1. The same conditions are placed. I don't believe the final building permit, they have not completed, you have not finalized your building permit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and so she'll have to get that in an occupancy permit, but here indeed, there is a sign, there shall be no signage indicating the advertising the use. She could have a sign that said John Doe Cottage 1925 or whatever, you know, cute thing you want to put there, but you're not supposed to say John Doe Cottage, guest lodging, you know, whatever. We just want to make your property safe is the main thing. So all the other things are exactly the same, and so would you like to state your name and tell us what you're going to do?
Janice Warden, and I purchased the property with the intent for doing a vacation rental. I use VRBO quite often in vacationing for my own family and have found it to be quite lovely. I'm drawn to it, so I do it more and more. And this seemed like the perfect thing to do. Way more work than I thought it was going to be after initially first looking at the house, but I feel like I've saved a house. This was in really bad shape. So we gutted it all the way down, so it's got new insulation, new drywall,
It's super
lots of
cool.
new stuff. And we even kind of transformed the space from 900 square feet to about 11 by including a loft room over part of the living room. So yeah, it's really neat.
Has a really neat backyard,
It does.
really secluded.
It does.
I think this was one of the intents of changing the zoning ordinances to allow something like this so that we can welcome more guests and get a house saved that might not have otherwise been saved. So,
The city's already reaping the benefits.
yes, it's great. It's great.
Motion to approve?
Second.
You got a motion in 2 seconds?
It's a second.
Okay. Gary Roth?
Yes.
Justin Donovan?
Yes.
Gary Smith?
Yes.
Kathleen Waltz?
Yes.
Jeff Eidman?
Yes.
Alderman Joe Prince?
Yes.
And we'll be recommending this to, then your recommendation will go before the board on Thursday. So come Thursday as well.
Any old business?
Just want to get, one thing I wanted to let you up to date on is that we are nearing completion of getting our files organized with regard to the special use permit.
Yay.
Yay. And so once they are completed, then we will be able to log everything and give you guys a definitive who needs to be renewed, when they need to be renewed, how delinquent we may be on renewals, how we may not need renewals, so that you all have an ongoing list. And I would expect, to have that for you all the next meeting,
Great.
okay? Whenever that will be.
I'd like to welcome Gary Smith aboard, new to our board.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you.
The next thing I got, we no longer have a vice chair or a secretary. Because you can't hold the office of being an alternate.
No, I can't.
Oh, you can?
I'm a voting member, so.
Okay, I misunderstood that. We
Such a-
haven't
such a hard
elected
job.
a secretary before.
What is the
For a reason
secretary do?
of, I don't know why.
Yeah, you don't need a secretary.
Then we're good.
Can we raise money and get a treasurer?
The salary? Oh. So I have anybody else?
Make a motion to adjournment.
Second.
Mark, you have something?
So who's the vice chair?
Joe is. He has been.
No, congratulations.
14 years.
Yeah.
Thanks to Bob Rutler.
Yeah.
God rest
This
his soul.
started.
Yeah.
I have a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah. How are you?
Great.
Excellent.